Yo, what's going on? It's for the podcast, episode 27. I'm your host, Ferrara, aka Zell, aka Podcast Poppy. And it's a phenomenal episode again today. I'm here with a special guest. For those who do, for those who don't, you want to take time to introduce yourself?
What's up? What's up? My name is Renny Rockstar. I'm an artist, model, and content creator.
Yes, sir. So now, with that being said, I see your content.
Okay.
I see you model. I see you make music.
Yeah.
What made you want to get into those?
What made me get into modeling and music is just my lifestyle. I guess how I was raised. Like, since I was like a baby, like I really been into music because of my parents. Watching music videos since 5 years old. As far as modeling, I actually, when I was a baby, my mom had me model for her job. Which I didn't even know until I got older. So I was like, oh, I guess modeling was kind of like a thing. And then, like at school when they would do like the little portfolios for like the yearbooks and stuff like that, the photographers would always be like, do you model? Do you model? Do you model? I would go to my mom and be like, they're telling me they want me to model, mom, and tell me they want me to model, mom. But, growing up, she's like, oh, they always trying to make you pay. If they really want you, they're not going to make you pay and things like that. But it's just always been something that's been in me between liking fashion, liking modeling, and just really being into music. Music just kind of being everything. So.
Okay. That's thorough. So now, between the content, between the music, between the model, like what's in order? Like what's from least to favorite?
From least to favorite, it would be the artistry. Then it would be the model. Then it would be the content. But they kind of all play a hand into each other.
Right. Okay. So now, I heard your music.
Okay.
You make good music.
Thank you.
So now, what's the thought process between You'll Die Here?
The thought process of like naming it or just making the album.
Like everything
Well,
in
the
general.
mixtape, I'll call it.
Yeah.
So how I actually made the title was I saw this picture, and somebody spray painted graffiti on the side of a house and it said "You'll die here," and I looked at it and it kind of like caught my attention, and I'm like, I was like, I think I'm gonna call my mixtape that, and it has a double meaning, like the con meaning like only the strong survive, you'll die here, if you're not strong. But on the pro side, it's kind of like once you hear my music, you're gonna love it, you're never gonna want to leave, you'll die here. So it has a double meaning. And as far as me making the mixtape, it was like me and my mentor and other people that have thrown beats my way. I kind of like had a lot of music in the tuck, and I was like, a lot of this needs to be out because I've been performing a lot of this. So I had in my head, I want to do a mixtape. Originally, it was supposed to be an EP, but I'm like, it's too many songs for EP. So the mixtape was done. I did the cover, and on the cover, you can kind of see me like falling, but it's like you could look at it as a negative or positive light, like, oh, I'm falling from the sky, but at the same time, it's like a rebirth. Yeah.
Okay. So now, what's your most memorable thing about the project?
My most memorable thing about the project, that's kind of hard to say, the most memorable thing, because the whole thing itself was a process.
Right.
Yeah, so getting it done the way I wanted it done. Originally, it was supposed to drop on Halloween, but I ended up having it out a month later because that's when everything was like ready to be pushed out. But the whole thing is memorable, the whole process.
That's thorough. So now, from the project, what's like your most favorite track that you can always play from like start to finish? Be like, yo, like if people ask you, be like, hey, look, like what track should I go to first? What's that pinpoint track?
I probably would have to pick a top 3 for that. One of them would be my song "Can't Let Go" because I'm Caribbean. That's a Caribbean ting vibe, rude boy, rude gal. You know what I mean? Bodied because people just like when I perform that track, they just love hearing that, John. And then I guess my last one that I will say is I guess I'll say out of my mind because that kind of brings a little bit more of like a rager like house vibe. And for people that are kind of like in the underground in that scene, when they hear that track, they just love it as soon as they hear it. So I'll say those three.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Well, it's called OMM. Like I made it an acronym on the mixtape.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, that's still third though.
Yeah.
So now, kind of gravitating off of the music part onto, you know, more content wise. What's your thoughts on reality TV?
My thoughts on reality TV is that it's all over the place. Like, it's all over the place right now. Before, I feel like when reality TV first started, like it was trying to show a different light of like what's going on with people who do different forms of entertainment and things like that. And like, yeah, with everything, there's always drama, there's always positivity. It can't be one without the other. You can't know what happiness is without sadness. So it's going to have like a little bit of both. But I think nowadays, like, it's the new WWE, but prettier. So, but with the reality show that I'm on right now, that's called Girls Night Out, we're trying to bring like a different light where it's showing women, that are doing different forms of artistry, but like not with all the cattiness, we're just showing how to be productive and how to do different things and, bringing women together, like women empowerment. So,
Okay, okay. So now that's my next pinpoint.
yeah.
Girls Night Out, and y'all on season 2, correct?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So now, like, so that whole venture right there, like, how was that? How did you get into it, and like, what made you want to step into that lane?
So, I always wanted to be in a reality show. I just was more so like, which one am I going to make it on? Which one is going to choose me? One door closes, another door opens for a reason. So, it's been different ones I looked at, but never one that I'm like really went out my way, things like that. And then this one kind of showed up, because me, like on the internet, I'm a clicker. Like,
Right.
I'm click one thing, it's gonna go to another thing, gonna go to another thing, and I'm gonna end up being from A to H in like an hour. But I actually was on my friend Hershey's page. Shout out Hershey. She spells her Hershey. The E's are threes.
Okay.
But I was on her page and kind of saw a little bit of something and was clicking on it and was like, seeing the SE network and looking around. And they were saying that they were accepting people for the cast for season 2. So before I even dib and dabbled, I hit her up, asked her like, hey, what is it like? Are you liking it? What's the environment? And I heard nothing but positivity. So then that's when I reached out to the CEO. Shout out Tiff. She's like, yeah, just send, your email here, this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. I sent everything in and she was like, okay, well, I see you're an artist. We're going to bring you in as an artist. And now I'm here. Now we're filming and we should be dropping that later this year.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So now, for the season 1 that's out now, so they can gravitate into season 2, like, what platforms is it on?
So right now it's just on YouTube.
Okay.
Her plan is to kind of do the production, do it on a bigger scale, because season 1 was more so about Tiff and her lifestyle, what was going on. And when something's first beginning, you're kind of like figuring it out. You don't have like the big budget that like these networks have and stuff like that. So she kind of was like, I guess, really trying to begin something. But on season 2, she's taking it up a notch, obviously, because it's part 2. And this round, she said, instead of it just being about her, it's going to be about other cast members such as myself. So we're going to be doing different things. And like, she's just trying to get it to the point of it being on like a Zeus level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So now, pinpointing on, from you being a clicker, for you being on social media, from just like content overall. So now, you be on TikTok?
Not as much as I should, but yeah.
Okay, so have you heard about a story? It's like a 55 part about this woman talking about her ex husband, talking about who did I marry?
So I've been hearing about it, but I
Yeah.
haven't watched it. But I heard it's good.
Okay. So now, based on what you know and based on what you heard, what's your opinions on that? Like, what's your thoughts?
I need to see more about it,
Yeah.
but I've seen different things in general that have talked about like who did I end up marrying, or hearing stories about somebody was dating this person and a year later they were somebody else. Or I forget the Medea movie where the guy was going around, it was the wife from the Huxtables, not the Huxtables, the wife from the Cosby Show.
Right.
Two, powerful black families. I had to remember which one. But um she was the mother in it, but she didn't pop out later. She was pretending to be the friend to these older women who basically had like really big assets from retiring. And her son was, the young man in his probably late 30s, early 40s, meeting them, dating them, getting engaged with them within a short amount of time. And then since they were alone and weak, he was taking their assets, and his mom was the one sending them out to do it. And then, these women are like, oh, who did I marry? Some of them ended up, being locked away in his mom's basement while they were taking all their funds and stuff like that. So I haven't watched it, but if it's anything like that, then it's crazy because I didn't seen some things in real life and saw other shows. So
Yeah.
I'm sure it's probably something like that, right?
Yeah. I believe so. It is. I ain't watched all 55 parts. You know what I'm saying? But so far it's like, like she got married. She found who her husband really is. It's something down to the point to where it's that I believe they're divorced now, separated. But I don't know, like I say that like it should turn into a movie. But I think the movie that you was talking about, it was called A Fall from Grace, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't never seen or look at an ashtray differently
Yeah.
ever since, for real. So I'm saying,
Oh, wow.
yeah, for real though.
Making you look at ashtrays differently. Don't want to smoke no more.
Oh, for sure though. You mean? And mind you, like I don't even smoke for real, but it's like, you mean that man was getting to it for real. You mean?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm saying, but
He was Chief Keefing.
he was. He was. You mean? He definitely
He made
was.
Wiz and Snoop Dogg look good.
Hey yo. So now, kind of to pivot off of the content a little bit. What was the worst date that you ever been on?
The worst date?
Yeah.
The worst date. Ooh. The worst date.
Damn.
That's kind of hard to say because in my life, I either was single or dated a person and ended up in a relationship for the most. Like, there wasn't never really no, like, if it was only a dating period with somebody, it was very short. Like, if we got past a certain point, most likely we was ending up in a relationship. So to say the worst date, I'm trying to think. The worst date, because I don't think I've been on any bad dates.
Yeah.
Like, I've got bad gifts, but I never got like, I don't think I ever went on a bad date.
Okay.
Yeah, not that I can think of. Oh, well, I mean, that date wasn't a bad date. The guy was just kind of a turn off.
Right.
Yeah.
So now, so what did he do?
Something about him just didn't like sit right with me. Like, I wasn't really feeling him, but I'm a big person. Like, a pet peeve is like, if I can tell I can drive better than you, that's a turn off. Yeah. My dad taught me how to drive. My dad is a really good driver. And I'm not trying to say like, I'm out here fast and the furious, but if I'm in a car and certain things you do, I could tell like you a little bit struggling or you driving like Miss Daisy. That's a turn off for me.
Right.
Like, yeah. So,
See, so now, what's of course, I'm pretty sure you've seen a list about I believe it had like 50 restaurants that women don't like on
yeah, I
nowadays.
saw that.
So now, do you agree with some of those restaurants, or do you just like, yo, if I go out have a fun time, that's all that matter?
Some of them I disagree with because some of them is like, that's still a nice place and that's still good food. And like some of the stuff that I see, like you either probably just looking for somebody who's really rich or a sugar daddy
Mm-hmm.
because some of the things on there, even the rich people will go there. So I didn't understand why some of the stuff was even on that list. It didn't make sense. Somebody was like, I'm gonna list all the stuff and throw a little bit of extra stuff on there, trying to just clickbait.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So now, on the subject of clickbaiting, trolling. Like how you feel about trolling. Of course, it's like two different things. It's like good trolling and bad trolling, but some people really get it mixed up. But like, how you feel about it, and how do you know if you can spot it out?
So I think in the beginning of trolling, because I'm not like a negative person, I used to just be like, it's terrible. But now, like getting older and kind of having like a cynical kind of self of humor, like some trolling is like, come on, man, like that's not real. Like they trolling,
Yeah.
like it might be doing the most, but they trolling. But some of it is like, nah, that's not even funny. Like they just doing the most. Now it's just kind of like ha ha or whatever. Like it's kind of like how I tell people nowadays is Beyonce fame and then there's Krishan Rock fame. It just all depends on what type of clout you get in.
Okay. So for the people out there that's watching, for them to not get it mixed up,
Yeah.
what do you talking about something different? Are you? Of course, it's like a yin and a yang. It's two different sides to the coin.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure that people don't think that you're saying something different. Are you putting like Beyonce and Krishan Rock on like the same pedestal of fame but on different sides, or it's like you might prefer this one or that one?
I'm not putting them on the same pedestal because obviously, Beyonce has put in her years, but I feel like that was a good comparison on how like Beyonce, even though she had like the sexiness, it was done what someone would say is the proper way, the clean way. Like you showed yourself well, you carried yourself well. You're that boss. They can't say nothing negative about you because you're that boss and you're talented. So it's like you're kind of like almost look perfect, even though people know you're not perfect. And they still love you for what you do, and you're setting a good example. Where Krishan Rock is like, it's the arguing, it's the bickering, it's the this, that, and the third, and yah, but people still love it, and she's still big.
Right.
So I'm just kind of comparing the different pathways of them doing what they do. And I will definitely say the way Beyonce does what she does, she's at the top of it. And Krishan Rock, the way that she does what she does, she's at the top of it. Like, so.
Right. So now, kind of, pivoting off a little bit, but still staying on Krishan Rock for a little bit. I seen that she got your Blueface tatted on her face.
Again.
Well,
it wasn't on her face before. It was on her neck and other places, and she had his name. This time she has it on her face. But all the other ones I think are gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, sometime in the future, I don't know, whenever you get a partner, whenever like you like fully, be committed, and it's like it's like years tapped in, and they're like, hey, look, I was gonna get a tattoo on my face and put it on your face. What you doing?
There's only two ways I'm getting anything of a partner tatted on me. And that's either A, you have to be my fiance or husband, or B, you put so much money in my pocket that I can't even count how much you gave me to even do something like that.
Right.
And I don't even think Blueface has even done that for her, but to each his own.
So now, what's the number that it's like too much to count for you to get that face tatted on you?
Like too much to count, like past the million, like too much to count. Like it's so much money that like I don't like if I never worked again and I wanted to spend $1 million like 3 times a day type money. And it's
Right.
365 days in a year. So it would have to be that type of money that would last me until I was at least almost dead for me to even tat something like that on me.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, Krishan, and Blueface, for the things that they be going through, you know, I read that she said she was going to leave and then, she wound up not doing it. And, I heard that and read that people was going to cancel her. So,
Yeah.
and I thought it's going to happen. I thought it's going to happen or will happen. But
You say you doubt it?
yeah.
Okay.
So now, what's your thoughts on cancel culture?
Cancel culture is not what it was supposed to be.
Right.
Cancel culture was supposed to like get rid of the people that were hurting people, but now people that are bitter are trying to use it and reform it to cancel people that shouldn't even be canceled, that maybe it was a small issue and with a little bit of, a conversation in or therapy or changing a bill or something could have fixed the problem. Because it's like, you don't like red, cancel you because all of us like red and red is the color. And oh my gosh, how could you not like it like red? Now we feel like you don't like me. Like, that's not what it is.
Right.
It's supposed to be like, oh, these people are being hurt and are suffering because of this decision that you're making, not because of you just disagree with me. Unless it's like racist or something like that. Then it's like, yeah, but that's still hurting.
Exactly.
It was years of that. So.
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
Nah, for real. So now, kind of staying on the cancel culture a little bit because they always try to cancel this man every chance they get.
Okay, who you gonna say?
Kanye. Right.
Kanye is my favorite.
Okay. So,
I don't care what anybody say. Kanye is my favorite. Anytime when people ask who my favorite artist is, Kanye is the first in my lineup.
okay, so
Yeah.
before I get into that topic, like, why Kanye?
Cause Kanye was kind of like the first artist that really moved me.
Mm-hmm.
And me, how I said, I'm an artist, I'm a model, I'm a content creator. I always, since youth, been multifaceted, a versatile person. And Kanye, I listened to his music. The artistry was there, the delivery was there, the lyricist, wording was there. Then he produces, he engineers. Now he makes not music. Now he makes fashion. He does more than one thing, and that impresses me when someone is talented in more than one way.
Mm-hmm.
That's really why I like Kanye, because outside of kind of how he came out the gate, he did a whole lot, and that impressed me because at that time when he was kind of coming out, you were kind of forced to stay in one lane, because even he talks about in his documentary where everybody wanted Kanye the producer, and he's like, but I make music too. And then, Jay-Z and other people that I don't want to uncredit, that I don't, know the name of, finally gave him that opportunity to be that artist. And because he did it all, that impressed me, and that's why he's my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's still third. Kanye is definitely still a phenomenal artist on whatever he chooses to do and whatever his focus is on. So now, speaking about the fashion, what's your thoughts on, him dropping his clothes for like $20 each on his website?
I think that he's just doing it for the culture. Like he understands that there's people out there that, don't have it like that. And if he wants to sell it for $1, that's on him. If it's probably not going to break his bank, he's Kanye.
Right.
Yeah. So it's his choice. Let him do what he's going to do. As long as the companies that produced it get paid back and aren't in debt, then it's another pair of Kanye clothes that you made out there that somebody bought. Yeah.
So now for him, for being like your number one artist, did you grab any clothes from there?
So I haven't bought any Kanye clothes yet outside of the Yeezy sneaks and stuff like that. But I definitely need to get over there. Now you making me be like, I need to support more.
Oh, for sure, though.
I need to support more. So I need to grab some clothes. So you going to see me in some, Yay stuff soon. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So now, of course, Ye is, one of your favorite artists.
Yeah.
So do you have like a top 5 favorite artists?
Top 5? Top 5. I can only say 5.
Yeah, top 5.
So you already know one of them is Kanye. We got 4 more fingers. I gotta put Nicki on there. You can't not put Nicki on there.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Uzi. Okay. I got 2 more. Let's see. I gotta think about this good. We got Ye, Nicki, Uzi. I am gonna say, cause I gotta pick good. Oh, Juice WRLD.
Okay.
And you said only 5.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
I need that Juice WRLD number 5.
Huh?
So I need that.
No, 4.
Oh, that was 4?
Yeah. I said
Okay.
Kanye, Nicki, Uzi, Juice WRLD.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put I'm gonna go Caribbean with it and put I'm gonna put Spice just to mix it up in my top 5. That was so hard. I need a top 10.
Damn. So.
I need a top 10. That was very hard.
And so no Chris Brown.
He was about to be in there.
Right.
But I had to mix it up because I feel like I'm an alternative artist. So I had to like kind of squeeze all my flavors kind of in there because Chris Brown is definitely, if you would have said top 10, he would have been in there. Right. But because of me only having 5, I couldn't fit him. I couldn't fit him.
Right.
And some of the people I named kind of have some of his genres in there, except none of them were like singers, but you get the gist. Like, because like Nicki does the rap and the pop, Kanye, he does the rap, but then he still has the melodies and stuff like that. Because he always be making the beats for like Travis Scott and different people. Uzi kind of brings that rage, but still like the pop. Juice WRLD, he's still melodic, kind of has that pop, hip hop, different sound and spice. I had to, bring my Caribbean sound in there. So it was hard, but I do love Chris Brown a lot too because he's definitely somebody that I look up to because of the versatility.
Right.
So.
For sure. And,
yeah.
And, so like Chris Brown definitely do have versatility. So now, well, of course, other people outside, the demographic don't think so. So
Don't think Chris Brown has versatility?
yeah, because
Like just only music wise or as a whole?
as a whole, and I know, I know. So and and you know, like it's only from one thing. It's just from politics. So do you think that political reason should come to an end for Chris Brown?
I mean, people are starting to let stuff go. You know what I'm saying? Like people are starting to let stuff go. Like even Beyonce let Chloe Bailey make a song with Chris Brown. So like let it go. It was so long ago. Even Rihanna's not even thinking about it. She's on her second kid with ASAP Rocky. Like she is not losing any sleep and he is neither. He actually has 3 kids by 3 different women. I found that out the other day. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
All Latina women. But they're not thinking about it. So why are you? And some of the people that are still talking about the past, like, weren't even old enough to really understand what happened
Right.
when. I think that people need to move on. His slate has been clean as a whistle outside of, I guess, them having them Hollywood parties where it's, non-disclosures and stuff like that. But it's just like, they need to let it go. That man is too talented to be trying to do that. Like, it's not like he out here doing something crazy. Like, he's minding his own business, making music. Like, come on.
No, for real.
Yeah.
So now, of course, politics, do need to come to an end for real. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like, he's out here doing good things and
Yeah.
like he not really doing nothing unless somebody try to bother him. Which
Yeah.
is understandable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now kind of, still talking about politics, still talking about, the upper echelon.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on the Diddy case?
They trying to wipe that man out. They're trying to wipe that man out, and they're coming for every single coin that they feel like they didn't get. I don't really know how to feel about it because it's like if I feel like karma comes for everybody and it never comes when you expect it to, and sometimes it comes when you're at the most high so that you could feel how hard the hurt was when you drop. And I kind of think that's what's happening to him right now is because it's been rumored for a while. It's been rumored for a while that he was doing some things, but nobody could really tell what these things were because they were around people with money and behind closed doors, and you didn't really know about it unless you were in that tax bracket and or invited and things like that. And like I was saying with the no phones and stuff like that, obviously with Cassie, like he paid that girl. He paid her, and I guess she got every last cent and moved on. And I personally don't feel like he paid her just because he cared about her. I feel like he paid her because she had some stuff, and outside of the little bit that he might have cared, he was like, here you go. I'm gonna keep living my best life over here at Young Miami. And everybody else was like, oh well, Cassie did it, so people are actually listening. I'm going to talk now. Because they probably felt like maybe they were too small, and that if they did it, that, it would have been, they would have went back to bat. But I feel like once they saw Cassie did it and she won, they were like, I can do it too then. If Cassie can do it, I got more, or they might be like, I have more money than Cassie, or more caliber than Cassie, or more estate than Cassie, or just as much proof as Cassie. I don't know. I just feel like they coming for him.
Right, yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I mean, it's kind of like in the industry, things are different.
Yeah.
Especially, different tax brackets equals, more bread equals, more hush money. You know what I'm saying? Which is wild, but it's the industry. I mean, it's politics.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, it's like, my motto is, whatever happens, happens. The energy that you put on the worst energy, you're going to get back at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'm saying. But you know, it's a lot of people on that radar, which is
Mm-hmm.
wow, which is like the whole industry for real. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But, you know, just from, other than Diddy, just from being an artist, just from being in the upper echelon, no matter if you're not on the upper echelon scale or not, you know, in your opinion, do you think it's hard being in a relationship if you're an artist?
Um, I say it can be hard. Yeah, it can be hard in many ways though. Like it's not hard as far as like I can't keep a relationship because I'm an artist because it's possible. Um, it's many ways. Like it's a typical way where they're like, "Oh, you can't be in a relationship because you're going to cheat," and so many women and or men are throwing themselves at you. But then sometimes it's also like your partner can be like bad for you.
Right.
Like I feel like I've been in situations where like I dated somebody and I was progressing and or trying to progress, and I feel like they kind of were like, "You're getting too big past me. Um I need to stunt your growth because you're outgrowing me. I need to grow first."
Mm.
And things like that. And or it's like you did that and you didn't need me. um I need to have some, entitlement of why you're progressing and things like that, and that can get in the way too. So it is hard, but I feel like if the two people are working together with the similar mindset on similar things and able to talk things out, then a relationship is possible. It just has to make sense. And they have to have the same understanding and want to make it make sense and not let anything outside mess up the relationship, but also be strong on the inside.
Right.
Yeah. So I feel like it's possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, before we wrap up, it's two last questions that I gotta ask you.
Okay.
One question is, what's one quote that you live by every day?
One quote that I live by every day. I don't know how I guess to necessarily phrase it, but it's just like in general, it's just like keep going, like push yourself, because it's like if I can't get up and push myself, like who will? It's stuff that I want to get done. Like I'm hungry.
Mm.
Like so I need to go and get it. I need to figure out how to go and get it. I need to just go and do it. Because me not going to go do it or me missing that step or, that moment might be what sets me back or makes me not get to the next thing I'm trying to do. It's like the other day, somebody was like, "You're always doing so much. When do you sleep?" I said, "Does the internet sleep?"
Mm.
So no,
Yeah.
I'm not sleeping. So you gotta just get up and go. I guess that's the phrase, the motto: get up and go.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's thorough for real.
Yeah.
So now, yeah. So now, last question. Of course you're an artist.
Yeah.
You rap,
Yeah. Sing a
and
little bit too.
sing a little bit too.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's something new that I'm doing. For artists that come onto the platform, do you mind spitting the Hot 16 or singing the Hot 16?
So I don't usually just do that. Do I have to do one?
It's up to you. There's no pressure.
Like, I wish you prepared me for it. Let me see. So I could just say anything. All right. Or should I just spit something I already know?
It's up to you.
Let me see. What
It's
do I
it's made for the
do?
people that that want to get a glimpse into your music before they check it out.
Let me see. Because you definitely put me in a hot seat with that one. Because I'm just thinking like I'm just going off. I mean, freestyling is going off the dome. But let me see. What do I want to do? You really put me in the hot seat with that one. Let me see. Because Because part of me feels like I want to spit something that I already have. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. But then I gotta choose what bars I want to say. Hmm. Now I'm going through the list. Dang. Now I'm like, okay. Hmm. Let me see. I think I'm gonna just say a couple bars from my song "Bodied." Is that cool?
That's cool.
Okay. So this song is bodied on my mixtape that's called "You'll Die Here." I can kind of like spit it, I guess, and say why I say what I said in it.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you definitely caught me on that one. I'm like, All right. So in this one, I say, can't date a guy cause I'm that guy. You acting like a chick. Don't get hit up with this dick. Don't get hit up by the click. Took his head off, made it shift. Shot up with the 40 clip. He went night night, named him Nick. Nick at night, all that jit. Got the banana, then I split. Talking dirty, jigger spit. Touched the mata, hit his mitt. Yeah. Shake your head up like they dreads. Yeah. Do what mama says. Not Simon, do what I says. Follow me, I'm the prez. Laboratory, call me Dex. Addy, daddy, got the max. Giving fashion gala met. Shoot it up like the next. Renny, yeah, I'm next. Do it, it's a hex. Yeah, they love me, they obsessed. Yeah, they love me, they obsessed. So, I mean, in that one, I basically say, in the beginning, I say can't date a guy because I'm that guy, because I'm basically saying like I'm bull, you acting like a chick, like because some of these guys out here be being sassy. I say don't get hit up with this dick, don't get hit up by the click. Like nowadays, a gun they call it a dick, or like get hit up by my crew. Shout out OTS. Um, Took his head off, made it shift, shot up with the 40 clip. That's more gun talk. He went night night, named him Nick. Nick at night, all that jit. Like, he went to sleep, he was out. Nick at night, like the show. And then jit is like a term that they use like in the South in Florida and whatnot. What I say? Like, all that shit. Got the banana, then I split. Talking dirty, jigger spit. Touch the mata, hit his mitt. Yeah. So it's like, banana split. I got the banana and, I dipped or whatever. And I say, shake your head up like they dreads. Do what mama says. Like when you have dreads, you just, get nuck. And I'm mama like, so do what I says. Not Simon, do what I says. Follow me, I'm the prez. Like you follow the president. Follow me, I'm the prez. What I say, shake your head up like they dress. Do what mama says. Now Simon, do what I says. Follow. Then I say laboratory, call me Dex. Addy, daddy, got the meds. So, you in the lab, you cooking it up. Addy, daddy's Adderall, So, got the meds. Addy, daddy. And then I say, giving fashion gala med. Like, you go to the Met Gala. What I say? Shoot it up like the next. That's basketball. Shoot it up like the next. Then I say, Renny, yeah, I'm next. Because I'm next and I'm ready. And you already know, they love me and they obsessed. And so that's kind of all self-explanatory. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's thorough, man. I definitely bang with that, though, for sure.
I just feel like I did like the little genius, like lyrical, like thing right now. So,
you good. So I'm saying, so for those who do, for those who don't, not keeping in touch with you right now, do you have anything coming up?
So I have a lot coming up. Obviously, you see, I'm here at the podcast today. I've been doing skits and content, so a lot of that is on the way dropping. I did a couple photo shoots, so that's coming as well. I've been writing. I just kind of been like in the booth doing different stuff. More ciphers on the way. So it's just a lot. It's a lot. Sometimes it's hard for me to remember. Like I keep an agenda book to remember everything that's going on. Like I said, we had the reality show, Girls Night Out. It's a lot. I'm doing a lot.
Yeah,
I'm doing a lot.
as you should.
Yeah, I'm about to be on a 20 versus 1. I can't tell y'all with who yet, but the only hint that I can say is that they're from like the New York, New Jersey area. That's all I can say right now. Whether it comes out before or after this, pay attention to that. It's going to be, on social media. And just check me out on the internet, and that's when you know when stuff will happen.
For sure though. Man, so with that being said, it's the end of the episode. It's for the podcast, episode 27. Once again, thank you for coming on. You're always welcome to come on.
Thank you for having me.
For sure. Man, with that being said, we're on your screen on Mondays. I'm your host, Ferrari, aka Zell, aka Podcast Poppy. See y'all soon. Peace.
Peace. You definitely